Hey gang, it's Jay from JTech and welcome to another JTech video. It's that time of the year, guys. It's time to talk about the brand new iPhones. So my first impressions of the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus, including the Pro series, were just okay. Unlike last year, which I didn't mention on this video because I went on a break, I cannot really see these phones as big, huge, massive upgrades. This is the S year. This is just an iPhone 15 or 15 Pro S in a sense. First, let's start off with the base iPhones or the base iPhone 16s in here. And we're going to talk about the colors. The colors on the base iPhone 16 are black, teal, pink, ultramarine, which is the flagship color in this case, and white. You may have noticed something different or familiar about the camera array on the iPhone 16, and we have the completely vertical camera array that was made famous by the iPhone 10 and also the iPhone 11 and 12 and 13. Not so much the 14 and 15. Remind me if the 14 had a completely vertical camera array. The base iPhones come with a brand new A18 chip. These are built specifically for the iPhone 16 and the 16 Plus. It comes with a 6-core CPU with 2 performance and 4 efficiency cores, a new 5-core GPU and a 16-core neural engine, which will definitely help with the Apple Intelligence. In the camera department, we're getting a 48 megapixel fusion camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide as well, and the camera array being completely vertical is going to help with spatial photos that you will view on the Apple Vision Pro headphones. Also, both of these come with 60 Hz. Yes, you heard me right, 60 Hz. Wait till you hear the price. A 6.1-inch Super Retina HDR display for the iPhone 16, and on the 16 Plus you get a 6.7-inch Super Retina display. These are both plenty sharp, but man, 60 Hz. Both phones start with a base storage of 128 gigs, with a maximum storage space of 512 GB, so that should be good enough. But we're going to talk about the cameras a little bit more now. So they both have a 48 megapixel fusion camera and a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, and the front facing camera has a 12 megapixel that will be good for your selfies and videos and FaceTime. We get the brand new camera button, which is not necessarily a button, it's more of a touchpad. It's connected to the Taptic engine, so you will get a sensation of having touch feedback or haptic feedback in this case. But this is a feature I would like to test out in the hands-on video, which will be definitely dropping on JTech hopefully next month when these phones do come to the Apple Store, because it takes time for iPhones to come to our Apple Store in Lusaka, so look out for that video coming very soon. The iPhone 16 and 16 Plus are, to say the least, meh upgrades. Yes, sure, they had to make this look as different as possible from the base iPhone 14s, but in terms of the reason to upgrade, I don't really see much of a reason, because if you're starting from maybe an iPhone 12, you might just want to hold out a bit until we see next year's iPhone 17. But if you're coming from an iPhone 11, iPhone 10R, or even a 10s, or even an iPhone 10, then you should absolutely upgrade to the iPhone 16. For 128 gigs for the iPhone 16, it's starting at 799 kwacha, and for the 16 Plus, it's starting at 899 kwacha, and those are eye-watering prices for phones that do not have, even at the very least, a 90 Hz refresh rate. But I remember this was the uproar we got with the iPhone 10R, which had a really huge chin and had a 720p display. But still though, I mean, it would have been nice for Apple to at least put in a 90 Hz refresh rate and save the 120 Hz for the Pro phones, which we can now segue into. So the iPhone 16 Pro has shrunk in size. In terms of screen size, it has shrunk to a 6.3-inch display, and while the Pro Max has just become even bigger with a 6.9-inch display, which is pretty much the size of a tablet. And in terms of differentiating between the 15 Pro and the 16 Pro, it's not much. You do get the brand new features like a really thin bezel, which is something I would like to see in hand. Again, wait for the hands-on video coming very soon. I would like to play with that. And You also get 4K 60 and more impressively 4K at 120 frames per second, which they made the whole demo with The Weeknd's brand new song being recorded on the 16 Pro, heavily edited of course. We're getting 3 times optical zoom on the iPhone 16 Pro and the Pro Max. And of course the camera controls button is added to all the phones this year. So for starters, seeing as it is the Pro Max version, you are definitely going to pay a premium, coming in with the base storage of 128 gigs, which is painfully low for a Pro device. It would have been cool to start at 256 gigs. I understand it on the base iPhone 16, but on the Pros and the Pro Max, surely Apple, surely, if you're going to fork out $1,000 for a phone, might as well just give us extra space, no? And the very highest end of highest end, which starts at $1,600, $1,600. That's close to 40,000 kwacha. That's a decent car from Trade Car View, not sponsored by the way. So all in all, in terms of first impressions, this year's keynote was largely iterative. I think of the 2024 iPhones as the iPhone 15s year, where it's just incremental upgrades here and there. Few features like the camera control button, allowing for spatial photo captures on the base iPhones. It's been just a very meh iPhone S year. So I'm not going to give the full review of this device until I have it in hand and give my 2 cents on both the iPhone 16 and the iPhone 16 Pro series. So if you want to know more about that, hit the subscribe button and let me know what you think of the brand new iPhones. Are you upgrading this year? So my quick verdict, honestly, I can't give a full verdict on whether or not you should upgrade, but from the outside looking in, I would recommend for someone who's using an iPhone 13, if you're using a base 13 or even the 13 Pro Max, maybe you could wait. It would be okay if you just waited. But if you really want that ProMotion 120Hz display on the Pro Max phones, you might want to take the leap. The 13 series going up, you're good where you're at. If you're using a 12, even an 11 series at this point, maybe it's time for that upgrade. But I won't give my full verdict until I do a quick review of this year's iPhones. So yeah, thank you guys so much for your time. Let me know in the comment section down below, were you excited by the Apple keynote? Let me know if you're upgrading, what iPhone you're using, if you're planning on upgrading or you're planning to make the switch. Let me know in the comment section down below. Once again guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. It's been Jay from JTech. Talk to you guys next time.